Hey everybody, Adam Davidson, RadCast for Thursday, December 15th, 2016. We're in Matthew chapter 1, verse 18. This is where Joseph, the earthly father of Jesus, comes on the scene. This is how the birth of Jesus the Messiah came about. His mother Mary was pledged to be married to Joseph, but before they came together, she was found to be pregnant through the Holy Spirit. That's a pretty big deal. Because Joseph, her husband, was faithful to the law, and yet did not want to expose her to public disgrace, he had in mind to divorce her quietly. But after he had considered this, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream and said, "Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to take Mary home as your wife, because what is conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit. She will give birth to a son, and you are to give him the name Jesus, because he will save his people from their sins." It's fascinating to me that Joseph had every reason and every right in the law and in the community to divorce Mary. She was pregnant. He wasn't the dad. Need I say more? And the angels would say, yes, there is more to be said. So an angel comes as a messenger of the Lord and says, Joseph, don't do it. In fact, this is of the Lord. This is a miracle. And here's what you need to do as a result. Joseph was given the freedom to choose to accept or deny God's will in the whole thing. And Joseph, being a man of faith to the law, became a man of faith to the word of the Lord. In verse 24, when Joseph woke up, he did what the angel of the Lord had commanded him and took Mary home as his wife. But he did not consummate their marriage until she gave birth to a son, and he gave him the name Jesus. We don't hear much more about Joseph, but do we really need to hear much more? I think the lesson for me in this passage today is that kindness is not enough. And what I mean by that is this. Early on in the story, Joseph finds out that Mary is pregnant, and out of kindness, he's going to sort of divorce her quietly, like not make a big deal out of it. You can see that he has a good heart. He doesn't want to embarrass Mary. He doesn't want to destroy her life. He doesn't even want it to be a big dust-up. He just wants to sort of say, whoops, let's just sort of move on from this. He's a very kind person. But that's not enough. The angel comes and says, no, it's got to be this way, Joseph. You're supposed to be his earthly dad. And Mary needs you, and Jesus needs you, which is a funny thing that Jesus needs anything. But anyway, and so Joseph goes from just kindness to now kindness and obedience to the Lord. Before, he was kind and fulfilling and obedient to the law of the land. After the angel came and after the calling of God, he was not only kind to Mary, he was also faithful and obedient to the Lord. Kindness is not enough. Really nice people, like you or maybe me sometimes, can go completely against the will of God and feel okay about it because we're nice. But that's not enough. The real call is for obedience. That's Advent. That's RadCast. See you tomorrow.